Well, all right, my friends. Thanks for stopping by. Do you remember me? Hey, I'm Maddie. How are you? It has been a while. What, about a week, maybe 10 days? So, where did we leave off last time? I was headed back to Columbus, Georgia area to check on my dad, and everything's okay. False alarm, negative test results. Uh, I found that out the first day I got there, went ahead and spent another week or so there, and now I'm headed back west. I'm back in the game. So I guess we dodged a bullet, but everything's good. And as I speak to you right now, I am at a truck stop in Texas, the great state of Texas. You know what I'm thinking about doing? Is on the way westward, I'd like to go by and check on Peggy. Do you remember that little short legged dog that I ran into in West Texas? What was that, back in October? Well, I think about her often. She had a family, she had a home, but I didn't know that when I first found her. You may remember that video. I was at a community center, like little overnight travel stop place in West Texas. And I found this little dog I thought was a stray, and we did a nice video with the little dog in it. And then she came back the next day. I stayed 2 nights at that community park. And I think about her all the time, and I don't know if I want to go that far out of the way, though, because that would be like going up toward, if you were leaving Texas going to Cloudcroft, New Mexico, you would go out that way. But I want to stay south because it's January. I don't want to go up in high elevation. So I think I'm just going to stay with the I-20 route, going through El Paso and up through Las Cruces and back to Arizona that way. But it's been a whirlwind of a trip, and it felt so funny not making videos every couple of days. I mean, I didn't like it. I didn't like it a bit. I'm glad to be back in the game, back in van life. I have slept 2 nights in the van so far on my way back west. Feels so good to be back in my little comfy bed in the back of my van. Feels good. Now, on the first trip back east, I didn't look at the weather before I left. And I went through, Central Texas. It was 11 degrees one night. And then in East Texas, it was 18 degrees another night. And then when I was down in the Columbus, Georgia area, it was like 18 every night and 40 for a high during the day. It was cold there. And I'm not used to that cold weather. And the second day I was there, I got sick. I had the worst chest cold. I was just wheezing. Like you hear that old adage of I'm breathing through a straw. It was that way. I took a lot of Mucinex, which helped, but it did make me sleepy and it made me jumpy, like real jittery. But it did thin out that mucus so I could get it out. Today is the first day I have felt even like I am on track to recovery. Right now, I'm not wheezing. I can actually get breath in under my shoulders. And it was a rough couple of days. And it was like a roller coaster. At one night, I coughed and something clunked in my chest, and I could breathe really good. So I slept good that night, but when I woke up the next morning, it had gone back down. It was like clogging up my bronchial tubes. It was a bad, bad cold. So I guess now everything's back on track. The train is running on time. I'm getting healed up over my sickness, getting back in the van life game, headed back west where I like to be, and back talking to you guys. It's where I feel most at home. I think it's been over a week. I'll have to go back and look at the date of the last video, but maybe 9 days. And I hope you've missed me as much as I've missed you. Thank you so much to the ones who have reached out to me. There was a few, you know who you are, that actually helped me out with gas money, and I appreciate that greatly. I really do, because the round trip is about $1,000 in gas, and then when I get back, I'm gonna need an oil change. That's gonna be another $100. So it's an expensive trip to go across the country. I was lucky and I found gas under $3 a gallon about the whole way. But still, if gas was about $1.99 a gallon, that would be sweet. I could really go around a lot more than I do. But let's see, what else do we need to talk about? So I'll be back in the Arizona, the state, I guess in, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 days. I'm going to kind of meander from here on out. I've been kind of racetracking it all the way out here. But now I'm out past Dallas. Dallas is always a hard thing to get through. Dallas is so big. Fort Worth and Dallas all put together is like 80 miles wide. So I'm out west of that now. The next big traffic jam will be El Paso, because I'll have to go through a lot of checkpoints. I'll have to go through one in Van Horn, Texas, and I think there's another one closer to El Paso, and then another one in Las Cruces. So I guess I need to get rid of all my illegal stuff in here, huh? No, I'm kidding. I'm totally legal. I don't have anything illegal in this van. And I know the places I like to stay overnight. I've done this trip so many times. I know which rest areas I like. I know which Love's travel centers that I like. And let's see, Louisiana only has one or two that I like. Mississippi and Alabama, I haven't found any rest areas that let you stay the whole night. It's like 4 hours, and then they kick you out. So I just race through those states, because if they're going to do me that way, I'm not even going to stop except for gas. So that's what you get for not letting me sleep overnight in your state. I don't spend any money there if I don't have to. But once you get out to Texas, it's easy to find, to pull out overnight. They're everywhere. Picnic areas are everywhere across the highways in Texas. Rest areas are everywhere. You can stay overnight. Many of them have a patrolman, like a security guard, whatever. Never had a problem whatsoever. And then I have the one in New Mexico that I like. And then after that, it's BLM land. Once you get into New Mexico, you're good to go. It's easy. It's not stressful like it is east of Texas. East of Texas is stressful for travelers, or is for this traveler. Anyway, so let's see, how far along are we? Oh, it's time to wrap it up. I think I have taken up enough of your time. But I am glad to see you. I hope you're glad to see me too. See you on the next one. Take care, be well, and smash the bell.